Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the start of a new vlog. I just finished my previous one like an hour ago, but I feel like if I end a vlog and not start it on the same day, I'll get off the schedule. I don't know. But what am I currently reading? So, I'm currently reading physically. It's 6 books, just so you know. So I'm currently reading physically Happy and You Know It by Laura Hankin. And, where is it? The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. So Happy and You Know It is about this girl who, her name is Claire. She gets kicked out of her band like right before it gets famous, and her cousin gets her a job as the playgroup musician on like Park Avenue for these rich moms, and it's wild. Like there's so much stuff happening. It's like very illicit and like shady, and I love it. And The Final Empire is so far, how far am I into it? Not very far at all, as you can tell. But I'm on page 16, and from what I know, like basic things, like there's a gang of thieves and they eat metals to get powers, and they are trying to rob the Dark Lord who's been reigning for like 1,000 years or something, and it's like the literally the final empire because the world is ending. So yeah, sounds crazy. If my bed looks barren, it's because I'm doing laundry. So yeah, you can judge me as much as you want. Why do you always have to Ew, that was in my mouth. She always has to be in my videos when my door is open. I don't know why I always leave my door open, but here we are. What am I reading audibly? Audiobookly. I know some people say that. Audiobookly, I am reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it got very gay, and so I'm happy. I'm enjoying it a lot more now that it's gay, as I do with everything. And I'm reading The Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. I think I got this confused in the last vlog too. You'll see his name and the picture of the book up here. So whatever it is, Brian McSomething. Luna. Anyway, it's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is about Monique, who is Evelyn Hugo is telling Monique her life story and all about her 7 husbands, and The Promise of Blood is like about the royal coup. I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but there are people called powder mages who like snort gunpowder and have magic powers or something. So that sounds fun. And I'm like 20 minutes into it, so I'm not very far. I kind of want to read it physically just because some of the names are so hard to understand, and I feel like I'm going to get confused. So, but we'll see. Then, ebookly, I am reading Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and I'm loving it. I'm at the scene where they get like locked in a janitor's closet together. It's so good. And I'm also reading She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd, is I think her name. Let me just double check. Yeah, Wendy Hurd. And that's an ARC that I got from NetGalley. Another dog has come to join us, but he's just sitting kind of outside the door staring in woefully and whimpering. Come here. Come buddy. Come here. Come on, Nucky. My big dog stepped on the little dog. Oh no. Okay. So Red, White, and Royal Blue is about the president's son and the son of the prince of the royal family get into like a scuffle, and they have to make nice in front of the press, and it's basically them falling in love, and it's great. It's awesome. I love Casey McQuiston's writing. And then She's Too Pretty to Burn is like a sapphic retelling of The Picture of Dorian Gray, and there's like murder and shit, and it's like, so far it's really good. I like the writing style that Wendy Hurd has. I don't think it's a debut. I think that she has other books, but it might be her YA debut. I don't know, but it's really good. So that's what I'm currently reading. This clip was way too long. I'm going to gracefully exit and see you in the next clip. Hello, hello. So it is now December 9th. It is the next day. I have finished a book. Woo! I finished Happy and You Know It by Laura Henkin. I don't know why I have to keep looking at her name. I already know she wrote the book. I think I told you what this is about. It was wild. I gave it 4 stars. It was a crazy ride. Here comes Luna. This book was just, there were so many twists, and I did not see any of them coming, and I just am floored. But I gave it 4 stars because there was one singular BIPOC character, and this is like a pack of like 7 women this book is about, one character of color, and that bothered me. This is a book by a white woman, and she could have included more diversity. It's New York, for fuck's sake, like the hub of diversity. Like, I know that the rich, the upper class has a lot of white people in it because of the generations of people of color who have been downtrodden, and the white people that have walked all over them to get their money. But like, you're telling me that there was only one black character who was rich enough to be in this? Like, it just bothered me. If you're a white writer, you need to be including more characters of color in your books, like, for real. But yeah, it was really funny, and a lot of twists, a lot of crazy, it was a roller coaster ride. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So now I'm debating what to pick up next. I have 3 choices, and I've already started reading 2 of them, but that's like more of like a try a chapter thing. So I'm probably gonna read Me and White Supremacy, Combat Racism, Change the World and Become a Good Ancestor by Layla F. Saad. This is like the large print. I got it because I want my mom to read it. She probably won't, but I'm gonna try to get her to read it. And also because it just reads way faster when the print is this big. I really enjoy large print books. I mean, I am nearsighted, so it's not that hard for me to read print, but anyway, not the point. I'm also thinking of picking up Vagabonds by Hao Jing Fang, and this is a sci-fi, and if you want to know what it's about, I'll link my what's it called, my book haul, library book haul that I did. But it's like a sci-fi translated by Ken Liu, and I love sci-fi right now. Like, I just read All Systems Red in my last vlog by Martha Wells, and I love Murderbot, and I just am realizing how much I like sci-fi, so I might get to this. And then one that was actually on my TBR, because none of the books I just talked about were on my December TBR, Raybearer by Jordan Ifueko. Thinking about picking this up, already started reading it, love the writing, and I didn't know it had fairies in it. I knew there was magic, but I didn't know there were fairies. So all you fairy lovers who want to read a book by an author of color, yeah, I probably will start reading this one instead of the other two. Or maybe I'll start reading Me and White Supremacy like a chapter a day because it's supposed to be a 28-day challenge. Um, so maybe I'll read that. But Vagabond is due on the 18th. I'm so conflicted. But I did have something great happen to me yesterday. So my beautiful friend Chrissy, who her channel is The Return Cart, I will link her down below. Please check out her channel. She deserves way more subscribers than she has. She sent me 2 books for the holidays. First one is Strange Planet by Nathan W. Pyle. And this is just the cutest webcomic. I love aliens. Like, if you know anything about me, if you've seen my intro, you'll know that I love aliens. And I'm just really excited to read that. Are you back? Alright. And she also sent me With the Fire on... Stop! With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, which is gorgeous. Look at that cover. And I'm just excited to read that because I haven't actually finished a Elizabeth Acevedo book, which is a crime. I need to read it. And thank you, Chrissy. I love you. I also am listening to, what is it? The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'm almost 50% of the way through. And I just like Monique more and more as we go on. Even though the book's not, like, entirely about her, I just like her a lot. I think she's a spunky character. And everything that happens to Evelyn is a tragedy. Like, she has to keep clawing her way up to be on the level of everyone else. And I'm just so frustrated on her behalf. But I'm so happy for her and the person that she's with right now. I'm not going to spoil who it is because, oh dear, because that would be a spoiler, I guess. But yeah, it's great. Stop. Why are you, like, she's lathering my hand in spit. It's nasty. I am also almost 25% of the way through She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hurd. And it's good. It's very sapphic right now, which I'm loving. Mwah, sapphic-ness. But the plot is, I haven't read The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, which this is supposedly based on. Can you, like, leave? Get out! What are you doing? She's in my book area, like my filming area, and I feel like she's not gonna knock something over. But, what was I saying? Give me 1 second. Okay. The plot is just not there. Like, there's no plot happening. Like, when there's plot, it's more like I'm excited about the plot. But there are moments where there's just scenes happening, and I'm like, where is the plot? Because I like these characters, but there's supposedly, like, murder that's gonna happen, and there's no murder yet. When I'm promised murder, I want murder. And stalking. There's stalking, apparently. But I'm sure we'll get there. It's good. It's good stuff. You're a good girl. And, yeah, I will update you if I finish anything soon. Probably won't update you till tomorrow, just kidding. So I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye! Hello, hello. It is now December 10th. I was supposed to go to the dentist today, but I faked sick because I just don't want to go to the dentist. Let's see, what am I reading? I started Raybearer. Try not to get the glare on. Yeah, glaring. It is so good. Like, the prose. So good. Like, stunning prose. Like, amazing. Like, I think this is a debut. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a debut, and, like, where was Jordan Ifueko my whole life? Like, her writing is gorgeous. And the magic system in this is really interesting so far. There's, like, fairies and spirits and, like powers, like a ray or something, or a hallows, which are, like, gifts, and rays, which is what the emperor has. And it's just really good. If you like fantasy, this one is one for you. Even if you don't like YA stuff, I'd say pick this up. I also have put She's Too Pretty to Burn by Wendy Hearn on hold because I want to read The Picture of Dorian Gray first because it's based on that. It's a sapphic retelling of that. And I picked up the audiobook from Hoopla for The Picture of Dorian Gray, and so far it is interesting. I like the way Oscar Wilde writes. It's very flowery. I mean, it's a classic, so all the prose was like really flowery and stuff, but it's just like really interesting and very what's the word? Cerebral. Like, they're talking about like intelligence and beauty, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I think I intended to read this, but I didn't intend to read it like now, but I'm glad I am. So, and you know, Oscar Wilde was one of those people that I just has always fascinated me. Like, I think he was like the only, well, he's not the only, oh gosh, but he's like the okay, he is the only like male classical writer that I care about. Maybe that sounds bad, but like I can't really think, like all the classics I've read by men are so boring, and I can't. If somebody can recommend me like good classics by male authors, then go right ahead. I'm not sure that I will like them, but you can always, I'll give them a try. And what else? I think I'm gonna read a graphic novel just because I feel like it. Probably Snapdragon, which I have out in the living room. Or I'm gonna start a new arc because I really need to get my arcs. I'm washing my sheets again. I always feel bad whenever you can see my bare ass bed in the video. Anyway, I'm probably gonna start The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke because it's supposedly got the butch lesbian energy that Gideon the Ninth has, which I haven't even read, but I love butches. I mean, I love all you. I mean, just my heart goes out to you, my soft butch girls. So yeah, The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. Yeah, probably gonna read that. And yeah, that's it for now. So yeah, I'll probably update you tomorrow. Maybe I'll have finished a book by then, but it's unlikely. Hello. So I have not finished a book. Well, I did actually. I finished a graphic novel. It's called Snapdragon by Kate Leigh. That's how they spell their name. And it was so cute. It's about this girl named Snapdragon, and she meets a witch, and the witch isn't really a witch, but is also a witch, and she teaches her how to like put together animal bones and stuff. It's just like found family and like, and it had like queer rep and like children, which is so nice to see because kids need to be able to see themselves. Queer kids need to be able to see themselves in books like this. And it was just so cute. I loved it so much. So this is definitely going to be one of my favorite. It's going to be this and Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me to battle for my favorite graphic novel of the year. So I read some more in Raybearer. I'm about that much into it. And it's still gorgeous prose, but it's also like the magic system is fascinating and the characters are so good. So there's Tarisai. They have a guide in the back of the book to show you how to pronounce the names. And Tarisai is the main character, and she's like there's like fairies, but she meets a bunch of really nice kids and grows up with them, and like, oh, I love it. It's so good. And I got book mail today. So my lovely friend Chelsea Zhao, I'll link her channel below, sent me 2 books. She sent me Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And I had this on my wish list, and I was like, I know Rebecca from Rebecca Reads said I should put this on my wish list. So I did, I think I did. But yeah, I'm so excited to read it. And also she got me Fence Volume 1 by, who's it by? Doesn't say. Oh, here we go. C.S. Pacat, Joanna the Mad, and Joanna LaFuente. And I am just psyched to read this. I've heard great things. I think it's male romance. I'm listening to The Picture of Dorian Gray on audiobook. I think I said that yesterday, and it's really cool. Like I'm intrigued to see where it goes, because I've heard a lot of things about what it's about, and it's so far, I guess it's slow because I'm like 30 minutes in and we just met Dorian Gray, so I'm interested to see where it goes. And I'm reading Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston on Kindle, and that is so cute. I love it so much. Like, it's just the cutest. And the problem though is that I read it in small chunks at a time, so I'm not really getting to appreciate it all that much. So I'm gonna focus on that instead of reading an arc. I know yesterday I said I was gonna start an arc, but I haven't, so we'll just focus on Red, White, and Royal Blue. So that's all for now. I will see you in the next clip. Bye bye. So it's been a minute. I think I last updated you on the Friday, what's today? Today is the 14th, so it would be like the 11th. Today's the 14th. It is Monday. I finished Ray Bearer by Jordan E. Fueco. Wow, what a debut. This was stunning, gorgeous, thrilling. I'm gonna, like, you know that meme of Lady Gaga? She's like, incredible, beautiful, never been done before, incredible. I said incredible twice. Anyway, just wow. Like, I am blown away by this book. Can't believe that this is a debut. Like, wow. I am so excited to see where this series goes. But Tari Sai, she's my girl. Like, best main character. Conquered everyone, everything. Like, queen, absolute queen. So that moves me to where I should pick my next physical book, which I have a dilemma. So I'd like to read Vagabonds by Hao Jingfang, who I just found out is a woman, and that just intrigues me even more. And I've read up to page 8 or 9, and it's really good. It's like really intelligent and detailed. However, it is due on the 18th. Today's the 14th, and this book is 600 pages. I don't think I could do that. I want to, but I'm considering just returning this and then putting it on hold and getting it again and putting my focus on this book to read it. I don't know if I told you, but I have 26 items currently checked out from the library, scattered across my house, because I'm a book dragon. But I think, oh shit, oh, I really fucked this up. I'm thinking I should just, you see what I did here? That's horrible. That's a library book. The condition is not great anyway, but I probably should have been more careful with it. Now I feel bad. Anyway, I'm thinking I should just read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Because this is due on the 28th. It is also like 600 pages, but I'd have more time to finish it. And I'd really like to read this because I'd really like to get into Sanderson. It's a dilemma. Science fiction or fantasy, the 18th or the 28th, both 600 pages. I think I'm just gonna read Mistborn and return Vagabond to the library and put it on hold. So yeah, that's that. I am reading The Picture of Dorian Gray on audiobook, as I have said, and it is confusing me. Like, there's a lot of, like, I get the basic premise, which is the obsession with beauty and how it's corruptible and how it is corrupting, and that it's just like, but it's so rich people problems. And I've said before that I like books about rich people problems, but this is just like they all talk about like philanthropy and how it's like so boring, and I'm like, fuck you guys. You suck. Well, I think the point is that they're supposed to suck. It's like a commentary. I'm not smart enough to understand what it's a commentary on. Probably on how rich people aren't hot shit, but if somebody could explain to me, like, I'm probably gonna Wikipedia it, like look it up on Wikipedia, or like go to those, because my college has a resource where you can, it's called JSTOR. You can go to it, type in the name of like a piece of literature, like say Antigone, and get a bunch of literary essays on the piece of literature that you're reading. And I mostly used it for essays I was writing, but I would also be interested to see what people think about The Picture of Dorian Gray as a piece of literature and what it means and what it's trying to say, because at this point I really don't know. I'm waiting for there to be like murder and stuff, but there's just nothing here so far. I'm at the point where Dorian Gray's fallen in love with Sybil Vane, and he went to like her shows and he's telling Lord Henry about it, and that part is kind of interesting to me because I think Lord Henry and Dorian Gray's relationship is very interesting. I think it's gay as fuck. And that's probably why Oscar Wilde got into so much hot water. I say hot water, he got like literally thrown into jail for being homosexual. But it's very elusive to my brain. Like I can't quite put my finger on what, like, I like it, but I can't quite put my finger on what it's about and what it's trying to say. So that's that. I am 25% of the way through Red, White, and Royal Blue, and it is such an absolute delight. Like, it is, the writing is hilarious, and I can see why so many people love this, because Casey McQuiston, so I can just tell you, as someone who's had like their time in the fan fiction circuit, that Casey McQuiston for sure wrote fan fiction before they published Red, White, and Royal Blue. Like, this is almost like a fan fiction of like original characters, but it's so good. That's what I loved about fan fiction, was just the ability to be so creative and funny, and like it's just so good. Yeah, I mean, even if you're not like a fan of romance and like because it's not a young adult, but if it reads like young adult, that is so easy to read. If you're a fan of like adult romance, not a fan of adult romance, I would still recommend this book just because it's so fun. Although you have to have kind of an understanding of American politics, because otherwise it just kind of slips through your fingers, I guess. Yeah, it's just really good. So I think I'm going to go to the library, just the drive-through, and drop Vagabonds off, and then put a hold on it. And then I'm going to just continue reading The Final Empire, which is a mess right now, just because I guess I like backed it up on it. Yeah, that can you see it? That's terrible. Ugh, I hate when I damage books. Makes me so mad, and I feel guilty. Not like they're people, but still, they're possessions of the city. I don't know what I'm even talking about. This clip is 9 minutes long. I should leave. Goodbye. Hello, it is now December 15th. This is the last video for this clip for this vlog. So I haven't finished anything else, but I just wanted to say I think I finished 3 books this week. Happy and You Know It by Laura Hankin, Snapdragon by Kate Lee, and Raybearer by Jordan E. Fuego. I'm very happy that I finished 3 books, just like last week. Hopefully, if I do that with each week, I'll have read 12 books by the end of this month, and that's more than I usually finish. I think vlogging makes me more like motivated to read, so that I can update and talk about the books, because this is fun. Like, I like talking about the books I'm reading. So what I'm currently reading, Mistborn by The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I'm like 50 pages in, and it's good. I see why people might not like Vin. She's very like hardened, but like you don't really have any evidence of it besides she's getting like slapped around by Kamen. She's like jaded, and I don't know. It's more like a telling than showing kind of thing, but maybe it'll get better in the rest of the book. I like Kelsier though. I'm also reading, I'm like 50% of the way through Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and it is so good. It's so good. I just love it a lot. I just got an arc of Persephone Station by Stina Licht. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but that's going to be my next e-read after Red, White, and Royal Blue. And on audiobook, I'm listening to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and I think that's it. So thank you for watching. Comment down below if you've read any of the books that I read this week, if you liked them, if you didn't like them, what are you currently reading, and are you liking it? And that's all from me for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!